Okay, welcome to Shareability Uganda e-learning. My name is Nelson. So we are making a continuation of our decimal and non-decimal systems. We're able to explain what these decimal systems and non-decimal systems are. Then we did some examples. We went ahead and showed you how we can read these decimal systems, how we can group these decimal systems, and we went ahead now explaining the history or the coming up of these bases as we are seen in our recent video. So in today's video we shall be able to look at what we call changing decimals, changing non-decimals to decimals. So this is a scenario where they are always giving out numbers, and they tell you to change a number which is in a certain base to another category of base. Okay, so for our example here, we can have a look at, they are telling us to change 1 4 base 5 then to base what? To base 10. So we have to be able to know how do we change this to base what? To another base. So this is how we do deal with these numbers. So when they say change our 1 4 base 5 to base 10, what we should be able to know is to be able to recall our place values as we looked at the other side in our recent video. Please, if you didn't watch our recent video, be able to check out on it such that you can move on the same pace with us. So but don't worry, we shall even be able to explain to the maximum until you pick it. So when they say change 1 4 base 5 to base 10, what we have to know about is our place values. We said that if you have our 4 here, okay, if you have our 4 here, that simply means we shall be having our 4 which is in what? Which is in ones, okay, and then our 1 which is in fives, okay. So this simply means we shall now be able to say our 1, okay, we shall be able to say our 1s times what? Our 1 times the 5, okay, our 1 times the 5s, then our 4 times the what? Times the 1s, okay. So when we now multiply this, say 1 times 5, then 4 times 1, I shall be able to get our what? Our 5 then plus what? Plus 4. Then here we shall be able to get our what? Our 9. Okay. Then we can also shall also be able to look at some other various examples, especially when you are given more than 2 digits, like here. We have they are telling us express 2 1 3 base 5 in base 10. They want us to express this in what? In base 10. So this simply means we shall be able to say, remember we said this, our first figure here becomes what? Becomes our 1s, okay. Then this becomes our what? Our 5. Then this also is going to be our 5s, okay. As we are arranging them in the groups that we say, this is our 1s, this is our 5, then this our 5 groups of 5. That's what they are meaning. So we shall be able to say our 2 times our 5, then our 1 times our 5, then our 3 times our 1s. So when you say 5 times 5, so this is going to be this, okay. And we also say 1 times our 5, which is 5, then 3 times our 1 here, which is 3. So now we add our what? We add our totals, okay. So when we say 2 times 25, we get 50. then 5. Okay, so we shall be able to get our what? Our 58 tens. For that, we shall have changed our figure from what? Our figure from base 5 to our base 10. Okay, so in also this, we shall be able to change from decimals to what? To non-decimal places. Okay, non-decimal systems. So this is an example which is given, and they always say change 9, 10 to base 5. So this is now in the base what? In the base 10. So they want us to change it to base what? To base 5. Then what we do, we have to arrange our number here, which is given. This is the number, and then this is the base. We have what we call a remainder. Okay, we have what we call a remainder. So this, we arrange them in form of dividing. So what we do is to get our number, which is 9. Okay, the 9 which is in base 10, we divide it to our base, which is the 5. Okay, so when we say our 9 divided by what? Our 9 divided by 5. Okay, our 9 divided by what? 9 divided by 5. We shall be able to get 1. Okay, 1 remainder. Let me get a pen here. Let me get a pen right here. We are going to say our 9 divided by what? Our 9 divided by 5, where our 9 is the number which is in base 10, and our 5 is the number which is in base what? Our 5 is the base 5. Okay, so when we say 9 divided by 5, we get 1 1. Okay, 1 remainder what? Okay, let me write it afresh. We get 1 1 remainder. 1 remainder 4. So when you get 1 remainder 4, okay, 5 divided by what? 5 divided by 5. We get 1 1. We write our 1's here. Okay, this is our 1. We write our 1's here. Then we write our remainder here. Okay, this is our what? This is our remainder. This is our remainder. Okay, so after writing our remainder here, then we say what is 1 divided by 1 divided by what? 1 divided by 5. So we cannot divide a 1 by 5. So that simply means we are going to get the remainder, which is 0. Okay. Okay, that is the same as 1 divided by what? Divided by 5. So 1 divided by 5, we shall be able to get what? 0. Then we remain with our, we are still going to remain with our 1, which is this. Okay, which is what? Which is this. So we are saying 1 divided by this is the same as 0. Then we still remain with our 1. Okay, we still remain with our what? With our 1. So this simply means that we now write our remainders. Okay, so we have our remainders starting from here to here. Okay, so this simply means we can now be able to say that we have our remainder, which is a 0, 1, and a 4. So this is going to be in base what? In base 5. So for this, we shall have solved the what? We shall have solved the number. So also the same thing when they say change 58 to base 10, change 58 to base 10, change 58 base 10 to base 5. We still use the same approach, okay? We say 5 divided by what? 58 divided by 5, they get 11, okay? And remainder sum what? Sum 3. Then 11 divided by what? By 5, they get 2, we remain with 1, okay? Then 2 divided by 5, it is impossible, so you just write our 0, we remain with what? We remain with our 2. So this simply means we'll come and write our remainder here, okay, which is 0, 0, 2, 1, 3. Then this is going to be base what? Base 5. So you can now use this method to get for you the answer, or you can still use this method that we are able to look at, this method, because you can see this was this to base 5, then they changed it to base 10. It still gave us this what? The same answer. So that is how we can deal with these bases to come up with the what? With the correct answer. So this method is quite simpler, and I recommend you can be using it for you to get some answers. And it is all about changing to base 10, from 10 to base 5, which is the best for you to get the correct what? Correct answer. So we shall also be looking at some more examples, such that we can get conversant and get used with the so-called bases, such that we can also move ahead with some other topics, okay? So for this lesson, I say thank you for being part of it, and be able to check out, subscribe, comment, for us to give you more of what you really want. God bless you. Nice moment. See you in the next lesson.